So I'm just about to cook the most amazing beef bourguignon, loads of ingredients. And I was just reading an interesting discussion that Sweden has just announced that they've simplified the rules for basically driving licenses from UK. Now, at the moment, the UK is obviously in the EU, or at least the transition period, and we exit the EU on the 31st of December. That's the end of the transition period. We've already left effectively, but this is a transition period to allow for various processes to complete. And driving licenses are one of them. And when we've moved to Sweden from the UK, you've just been able to swap your driving license like that. You send it off, take a photo in a special place that you go to, and you swap it and you end up with a Swedish driving license, which is what I've done. And you need that if you've been in Sweden for a year or longer. It's worth swapping it. However, this update says that you don't need to do that. They've extended the period that Brits from the UK can drive in Sweden under their UK driving license. Now, at first you might think, brilliant, that's really good of them. But I don't think this is a very productive move for Brits. I think Sweden has done it for Sweden. The reason is, if you own an EU driving license, you can simply swap it for a Swedish one. As I said, like that. However, for a non-EU driving license, you can't just exchange it. You have to basically take a new Swedish driving test. Now, I think Sweden has done this to stop a flood of urgent driving license swaps coming into their driving agency. Sorry about the noise, mate. Little 3-year-old is running around chasing a bouncy ball. I think they've done it to stop a flood of applications to swap driving licenses, on the basis that after the 31st of December, your UK driving licence will no longer be an EU driving licence. It will be a non-EU driving licence, and therefore you won't be able to swap it for a Swedish one ever. You'll have to take a driving test. So this has not been done to make life easier for Brits. Yes, it means you don't need to swap your driving licence for it to remain legal here. But equally, if you swap it before the end of the transition period, in other words, if you don't swap it until after it loses its EU status as a driving licence, then you may not be able to swap it in Sweden at all. My advice, if you're a Brit living in Sweden and you intend on staying here, get the application in to swap your driving licence now for a Swedish one. Get it in before the 31st of December, because after that period, despite this extension, which has simplified it for Brits, I actually don't think you'll be able to swap it at all for a Swedish one, and you'll end up then having to pay and go through a very long and costly process to get a Swedish driving licence from scratch. Anyway, that's my interpretation of this. What do you think about this? I'll put a link to the article in the video description below, so do have a read of it. Ellis, what do you think about the Swedish driving licence system?
I will find my ball.
Have you lost your bouncy ball? Should we go and find it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go and find it. All right. Anyway, I've got to go and find his bouncy ball. Comment below, give this video a thumbs up, and click subscribe, because I'd love to get to 1,000 subscribers. Wouldn't that be great, Ellis, if I had 1,000 subscribers? Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.